Just a second. Sorry, I was taking just a moment to set up. All right. Just a second. All right. Sorry, I was taking just a moment to set up. I don't know if it's gonna, okay. All righty, here we are. So we're live tonight to talk about how we can generate income with Canva ebooks. Last week, we had a very good class where we talked about ChatGPT and how you can use it to develop lead magnets and also ebooks and different digital downloads that you can monetize with your social media following, your email list, all those good things. So if you're interested in making some extra money, this is definitely the class that you want to come be a part of, because on this class, we're going to teach you how to take what we learned last week or on our last episode with the AI ebooks. And now we're going to show you how to make them marketable towards your audience. We have Miss Tia on here today, and she is like design extraordinaire. If there's anything that has to be designed, go visit her, go follow her, because not only does she know how to generate income in a lot of different ways, but she is so talented when it comes to, you know, all this AI and all these things with all this design. Sister girl got a dang game that she has put out. You have to tell us a little bit more about that. And it teaches you how to, you know, make extra income, and she's gamified it in a way that is fun and easy to understand. So she's just brilliant. So we're going to let her walk us through this whole Canva thing and show us how she puts together ebooks, and we're all learn something today.
Okay, cool. Well, I can't do screen sharing like you because I'm on my phone. So I have my iPad right here, and I'm just gonna walk you through it.
Okay.
Okay. So have we learned anything about Midjourney yet? Like where are people standing on Midjourney? How are y'all feeling about it? Are y'all new, beginners, intermediate?
No, we just did Canva today. Midjourney, me and Jessica were just on here, and we stumbled across, some potential revenue makers with the Midjourney.
But I was going to just throw out there that I use Midjourney a lot for my covers and for additional assets and stuff. So if you're someone who doesn't know how to design, eventually I'm sure we'll get into, Midjourney and all that good stuff. But if you're somebody who doesn't know how to design, don't feel as if this is not attainable for you, because very much it is. And Canva itself has now integrated AI into its program in and of itself. So everything that typically what you're able to do in Midjourney, you can actually do a lot of it already on Canva. So wow. If you are someone that's into that, go that route. So as far as how I operate with Canva, first of all, you don't have to be limited to just ebooks, right? So there's any type of template that you see Canva creates, you'll see that Canva creates logos, stories, stickers.
I can't see.
Wait 1 second, I'm about to pull it up.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So you have book covers, infographics. I wish I could see it. But if y'all have Canva pulled up, it's just the home page. If anyone wants to follow along with me, I'm just on the home page of Canva. And I'm gonna walk you through.
Would it be okay? Do you want me to share? Would that be helpful or no?
If you have Canva up, then we can work it through yours. That'd be helpful.
Gotcha. See, I didn't know that Canva. I heard that they were doing some AI stuff, but I didn't know that they were right there with Midjourney.
Oh, yeah, no. See, what they're doing now is you can implement it. It's wild.
Right, can you give me sharing power, please?
Oh, yes.
Or if you want to do it on your end, whatever works.
I'll give you sharing powers. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to play with that, because like I said, Jessica and I were looking at some stuff, and the light bulb started going off.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go ahead. Here we go. Okay, and you go right ahead and tell me where you want me to click.
Okay, cool. So if you'll see over there, what I start with is deciding on what I'm doing. So since we're talking about ebooks, you can go click right there and just type in ebook. And it'll give you a myriad of different templates and options, right? But like I said, if you wanted to create your own, there's other resources out there. However, using their templates and adding your own pictures is just as good. It's all about catching your audience's eye and making sure, again, that your ebook is solving a problem. But in my recommendation is when creating ebooks specifically, like you'll see a lot of these, the ones that stand out are the ones that have red and yellow in them. And I say that that's adding just a little bit of color theory in there. When things are online, things kind of get jumbled up. So you'll see a lot of these have like black and white, dark blues. They don't stand out as much. So if you are posting your ebook somewhere and you're like, you really wanted to catch someone's eye, I recommend using reds and yellows in your cover. Unless you have a brand color that you're trying to stick with, I recommend using reds and yellows. But I'm going to show you guys how to start from scratch. So we're going to go over to, 1 second, let me follow on mine as well. We're going to go to create a design up there in the upper right hand corner. Okay, and then I typically just make a custom size. You can do A4 document, what have you, but it's 8.5 by 11, so 8.5 by 11 inches. Change that pixels to inch. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go back and change it, but it's 8.5 by 11. And that's if you want it portrait. If you want it landscape, then it would be 11 by 8.5. Okie dokie. So here is just the blank screen. This is where you start off at. Before you could go into the ebooks. If you typed in ebook, you could start off with one of those. But this is just hypothetically saying you want to start with your own, your own sort of ebook page. You want to start from doing your own thing. I would recommend, again, you can change the color of your background. So what you would do is go up here to click the screen itself, and then that little color bar right there, just make it a bright yellow. And we're not going to be designing a full cover on, on here today. I just want to give you guys an idea of the different tools available on Canva right now. Because what you would do is using the information that you learned last week is integrated into, the ebook itself. So you would start off with this initial cover, and we can go to where you see search templates, go to ebook cover. Okay, and anybody throw out a subject, any particular subject you guys want to make this fake ebook about?
Let's think about like supplements or something with wellness.
Okay, let's type in wellness ebook cover. Okay, so you'll see one that says self-healing. Let's see, scroll down, that one, click that one. Yeah, let's add that. Boom. And so you see how it has the color scheme right there, the pinks and blues in the left-hand corner. Yeah, click that. It's not letting you.
I was just shuffling through. So in order to change it, you'd have to
Okay,
actually
yeah,
click
go
on the
to go to edit photo. Right there. And that's where it allows you to change the color scheme and change the color. So say where you see, no, just click the color itself. That rainbow at the top upper right-hand corner, right, left-hand corner, right there. So if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see photo colors, right? So you can change any of those colors to make it brighter. We can keep it how it is, but again, I just wanted to show you guys some of the ways that you can manipulate this. So if you want to change a color, there you go. That's how it looks. That's how you can change it. So all of the covers on Canva all have this ability for you to manipulate how you want. And I highly recommend if you do use a template off of Canva that you manipulate it a lot, that you really make it your own. You play around with the fonts. So Jessica, if you could click the font on the cover.
Which one you want me to click on?
It doesn't matter. Boom. Okay, so you'll see in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see the different font types. Can you click the font type for me? Now, Canva does a really good job of having a lot of fonts. I recommend Canva Pro. I think it is worth the subscription. I believe it's $11.99. It's $11.99 or $14.99. Don't quote me, but I very much believe it's worth that monthly subscription. I use Canva. I'm a professional designer. I have access to Photoshop, Adobe, Procreate, everything. I have access to everything, and I still find myself using Canva to do things more often than not because of just how easy and, like, simple the user interface is. So if you go just scrolling through some of those fonts, just give it a quick scroll, you'll see over there on the left. Yeah, if you just give it a quick scroll, it's literally hundreds, and even more when you have Canva Pro. I recommend for any sort of ebook cover, you use very bold fonts. Have the font of the word that you want to emphasize the most in the boldest way. So you see how Healing Self, how they have that self really big. Whatever you really want people to focus on, make that your biggest, boldest font when creating ebooks, because more often than not, if you're selling your ebook online, right? So the same reason we use yellows and reds is the same reason you want to use a bold font. A bold font is going to catch someone's attention, particularly because people aren't going to see your ebook full scale the first time they see it. It's going to be a thumbnail. More likely than not, it's going to be a thumbnail or something smaller than about an inch on their screen, or if they're on their phone, even smaller. So you want someone to be able to see what your book is about, even when it's teeny tiny on someone's phone. And these are just some of the things that people don't typically keep in mind when they make ebooks, particularly new people. They'll make the font a little bit smaller, or they'll use a lot of script. I recommend not using a lot of script in your font, particularly in the title. You can use it as, like, maybe your subtitle or your, or for your, about, who wrote it information, maybe. But I would even recommend having that in a sans serif or a regular font, because you want people to be able to search you, want people to be able to find you and easily read it. But whatever you do, just make sure that the font that you have on the front of the page is big, bold, and very easy to read, even if it's teeny tiny. Okay, so cool. We've gone over that. Just wanted to throw that out there. Now, so say we have our cover page. We like how that looks. You can choose any font you like, if you want to change it. But say we like how the font looks. What we're going to do next is we're going to add an additional page, and we go up there to right there at the top of the page. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a little plus. Can you click that for me?
Jessica, did we lose her?
I don't think so.
Hello?
Say it again. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh, okay. If you could click right there in the upper right-hand corner, right there at that plus sign above the page, the yellow page itself, the cover. There's a little plus sign.
Right above the word healing. The plus sign.
No, the little plus sign on the right.
Oh, on the right.
Upper right-hand corner. On the right, upper right-hand corner of the yellow page. Over one.
So, okay, I'm clicking on this plus sign. You don't want the duplicate.
No. The plus sign next to it, the little page plus. Right there, just one more over. Just scoot over. No. One over.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, yeah, we
got it. I'm click, that's the plus sign.
That's the duplicate.
You're doing a much better job than I would be, Jessica. Let me just tell you.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay.
No problem at all. Okay. So this would be your next page. And typically this page is what people use for their intro. Some people use it as a dedication page. I would not recommend using this as a dedication page for an informational ebook. People want to skip right by it and not gonna read it. Also, as far as intros are involved, I would say have a very, very, very short intro. You don't even have to introduce yourself, as much in the very beginning, because the reality is people are clicking through. They're trying to get to that solution. So on this page, you want to get them to as quick of an answer to make them read the rest of the book as physically possible. And that typically, I like to start off with a question on this page, actually. I like to ask them, what do they plan to get from this book? So, and what I plan to give them in this book. Right there on that page, so they know exactly what they're getting themselves into. That's what I recommend as the first page of any ebook that I do. That's just how I do it. Like I said, everybody does it a little different. That's what I like to do.
So it's kind of like when you were in school and you got that big old PowerPoint and the first slide was like the objective slides. Is that
right? But basically, this is your objectives page. This is your executive summary. This is but you want to set the intention. You want to let people know exactly what they're planning to get, because you don't want people to be disappointed by the end. They don't want to go into it thinking, oh, I thought I was about to learn advanced chemistry, and really I just learned how to make a volcano with baking soda vinegar. But if they were under the impression that they weren't about to make anything, and then they end up with a volcano, and it's a different expectation. So you want to make sure that they properly understand what they're getting themselves into, because I cannot stand when I purchase an ebook under the impression that that ebook is giving me specific information, only for me to get to the end of that ebook and realize that what I need is actually behind another paywall. That will make me end a relationship with a content creator, someone giving information, anything like that. I want what I was sold on in that product. And if you have a new product that sells me on something else, fine, upgrade me to that. But I want to make sure I'm getting what I was sold in this book. So I'll just briefly show you guys how to add text, and then you would just literally go over here on the left-hand corner. She already has it clicked, but just in case you didn't know where it is, you'll see on the side, you'll see design, elements, camera roll, uploads. We're going to click the text, and this is already clicked, like I said, and then you would add a heading. Yep. You can make it bigger, smaller, move it on up, all that good stuff, change the font. And then you can also add subtext, and that's just you typing. Now, say you're like, okay, I don't know how to do the template. Like, I don't know exactly how I want to put my words. The reality is you can just center everything, okay? The whole thing about an ebook is that it's valuable. We make ebooks pretty because it's helpful, but the reality is by the time they've got an ebook, that they've already been sold on it. No one's going to send the ebook back because it wasn't pretty if the information was good. Okay, so don't find yourself obsessing over making it look perfect. Oh, this has to be a line, this has to be anything. As long as it's easy to follow and easily readable, break the information into bite-sized chunks. You never want to find yourself with an ebook with an entire page or, just block of information in your face. You want to use pretty large fonts. I would say, 0.14 to 0.20 above, just so that, again, it's easily digestible. The smaller your font is, the more strenuous it is, the more exhausting it feels. People are less likely to read it. They get stressed out. This is just what I've learned. I've done hundreds of, not hundreds, done dozens of ebooks and dozens of coloring books, dozens of children's books. And just through the culmination of all that information, I've learned that people typically just want to know the information. So don't stress about how it looks. If you don't want to make a really pretty ebook, make it a very helpful ebook. So,
Tia, do you have any ebooks that you can send me the link to that we can show, just so they can see, and that way we can do it that way?
Let me see on the phone.
Okay.
Let me see. Breaking.
And do you offer this as a service as well?
What? Creating ebooks?
Yes.
No, I don't personally offer it as a service.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I do. Let me send this to.
Okay. Yeah, just send it to me on Messenger and I'll pull it up here.
Okay.
I like to create like a little footer on my ebooks.
Mhm.
So like on every page, like let's say I had a link or maybe my website that I was trying to get traffic to, because I like to put pixels and things like that to retarget my audience. And if it's something that I know people have already purchased, then again, I've got an audience of people who have bought things from me. So, maybe I'll put my website or, my name or my contact or follow me here or there, whatever, at the bottom on the footer as well. So that's on all of the pages of the ebook.
Yeah, so a sneaky hack that I have, because I don't know how to put a footer on these things. Like I would put it on and it will be all out of whack, like the line wouldn't be straight. So the way that I do it is I'll just go on here and I'll type in something like ebooks, like Attila told us to do, and then I would go to find one that's kind of already put together with multiple pages. So like this one has two. And then I'll just look at it and see if it has a footer. Okay, that one does it.
Yeah, that it does on the side. It's not on the footer. But
Oh, okay. But I want one that's already on, because I don't want to have to move. Because then it'll be like I said, it'll be cricket if you deal with me. Like I will still put it out there and be like, well, the information in there, girl. So don't get it. So like this one has 11, right? So I would pick something like this, and then I would click on. I would click on that one, and then
you send that to Jessica, Atia?
Oh, I sent it to you. I don't know how to understand it. Can you forward it to?
Yeah, either way. Or if Lorraine, if you could send it to me, however it gets to me, I'll grab it.
Mm-hmm.
So like this one has like it's not the best one, but it is there. So I will just take it and copy it and just press copy, go back to my ebook, and then paste.
Right.
Yep.
And then it's right there, right? Like all I got to do is highlight it and then move it to where I want it to be. And it's in a straight line. And I ain't got
But another thing is I love how Canva has the guidelines. So like it'll snap to, you'll know that something is centered.
Oh, you okay? Look like, did she fall out the chair?
No, I dropped my pencil.
Okay, cool.
Lorraine, did you
make that a hyperlink?
Yeah, so hyperlinking. So if I wanted to make this a hyperlink, let's just, for the sake of ease, I'm just going to do my Luma / Josh Speaks 2. I think that's what it is. I'm going to grab a hyperlink. Let me just grab a random one for right now. Just grab Chat GPT.
Okay. Lorraine, did you get the
and then go onto it, click on here, and put it in there. Obviously, we are pretending that this is the actual link I want them to go to. And that's how you would hyperlink it.
Right. Oh, and something very important, and we'll get to this at the end when we're exporting. We're going to be exporting it as a PDF, but when we export it, this is just, y'all remind me if I don't say it at that time, do not flatten your PDF when you export it. If you flatten it, none of your links will work. None of your GIFs will work. Nothing will work. That's very important for your PDF to never flatten.
So when we're going to share and we're going to download, which one of these options should we select?
PDF print.
PDF print.
Or PDF standard, because we're keeping it online. It's fine.
Okay, so either of these two are the appropriate ones.
If you plan on printing it, if you want to make it into a tangible book, you would click PDF print. If it's just staying online, standards fine enough.
Okay, great.
The difference between the two is the file size, typically.
Got it.
Resolution. So PDF standard, but it should go click share again for me.
Okay. Am I grabbing the link, the Canva link? Is it in the chat?
She wants you to click share.
Oh, okay. Click share.
Okay, go to download again.
Mm-hmm.
And then click PDF. Go up to PNG, and then click PDF standard. Okay, where it says flatten PDF, always make sure that is unchecked, is all I'm saying.
Got it.
You're good to go. Because that could lead to customer issues, complaints. Well, ask me how I know. Okay.
Ask you how you know.
It's a better important. Okay, my ebook is actually here on my iPad, and I sent the PDF itself to Lorraine, but I don't see
Oh,
how.
can you just share the link? Do you know how to share the link where it's a shareable link?
Yeah, I just dropped the file that she sent to me, to you.
Let's see.
Well, if that way, if I share the link, it's in Canva and they can see what she did.
It's importing.
Okay, no worries.
I can pull it. If you stop sharing your screen, I can pull it up for the
Okay.
PDF.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Oh no. Oh, Canva kind of made it look weird.
Here,
Here, let me send it to your email. Make my life easier.
here it is.
Yeah, but this is what it
Oh.
looks like, you guys. It looks
Okay, cool.
amazing.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so this is one of my older ones, but it's actually one of my best sellers. I think I sold over 700 of these ebooks back when I made this. And this was actually the result of one of my series on my social media page. And it was all about how to make money from, when you had no money. And so people were like, how do you come up with these ideas? And I was like, oh, I just kind of think creatively. And they were like, well, how the hell do you think creatively? So this book is called 3 Effective Steps for Creative Thinking. I was like, if that's a problem y'all have, we can solve it.
Yeah.
So this is before I adopted my mantra of putting everything that they expect on the second page, but you'll see I made it the third page here, so you can scroll down to the next page. You see what I was talking about, just keeping everything centered. It's not, I didn't make it rocket science. The picture is centered, the name is centered, the font is centered, the link is centered. But that's just an introduction, social innovator. This is the content, what you can expect. Very simple. Again, everything's centered. And this is what you can expect. Like I said, people tend to scroll by that. Now I make the font a little bit bigger and I make that a little bit shorter, but this, like I said, ebook did really well. That's just my logo at the top. Chapter 1. You see how most of this is pictures? This is just making it very simple. Figure out the problem. Boom. Chapter 2. See what I mean by not a whole lot of words, not a whole lot of let's see, so you can scroll on down.
We're not doing a literary
Yeah, it's not a literary.
or a
Use really big
compass
font here.
seller. Anything like that.
Really big font here. This is not rocket science. I wasn't, I didn't make this super overly complicated. I use a lot of pictures, made it as simple as physically possible, everything centered, and the same color scheme throughout. As you can see, the front page is like a bright orange. This did really well, unexpectedly so. But you can just see through as we scroll through that the ebook itself is just filled with pictures.
Can I make a point really quickly that I just thought about? A lot of your followers are looking for really simple and easy ways to, number one, support you, but then number two, gain your knowledge without having to pay a high ticket price.
Right.
So this is a really great, amazing example of that being done in real time, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was able to find a target problem that folks were asking her about over and over again, provide the solution, and now they get to support her as well as get the
I actually made this
information.
ebook within 48 hours, because one of my videos was going viral. That was the repeat question I kept getting. People kept asking me that question, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna whip up a little ebook really fast,
Right.
and answer that question for you. But that's why it ended up just doing so well, because I was like, okay, I can answer that question. But
you were getting 50 million DMs and all that other good stuff.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I'm sure.
The DMs.
Right.
Not the DMs.
Now I can just send you a link to the book and be like, check my deal. Like I cannot answer the same question over and over again. They be like, how did you come up with that? It's in the book. It's in the book. I promise. It's in there.
Yes. And this is what I like to call sleep coins. Okay. Sleep coins means, you know, you go to sleep, you wake up, you look at your notifications like, wow, I sold like 100 ebooks while I was asleep last night.
While I was
Because
sleeping.
people are gonna, those videos, and we'll talk about this in another episode where we're going to talk about, you know, how do we market these ebooks? How do we set them up to be sold? How, you know, how do we drive traffic? And Atia told you exactly what she did. She did a video, she did a piece of content, and then she created another piece of follow-up content, which was the ebook, which is answering the questions that those people were asking her. So they asked for this particular, you know, piece of content that she created for them. But those sleep coins, when you do something like a video and it goes viral, it's still out there doing its job while you're asleep. I haven't advertised an ebook all week long, none at all. But I still made like $90 a day from a $7 ebook, and I haven't mentioned it not one time this week. So, you know what I'm saying? This is
those sleep coins are serious.
love sleep coins. Even if it's a tank of gas, hell, $30, $50 is a tank of gas, you know what I'm saying? Some groceries, something, and that will make a break. That makes a break, you know, a lot of our situations sometimes, you know.
Right.
And I talked about this on my platforms, you know, being stuck, feeling like you can't, you know, you ain't got no help at the house and stuff like that. You have a couple of days where you sell $100 worth of ebooks, you can hire a house cleaner. You can hire a meal prepper. You know, you can order dinner tonight. You too exhausted,
Right.
came home from work. You know, those types of things will really help you out.
100% agree. You have a $10 ebook, 10 people a day. That's $100 a day that you didn't have to. Once you did, like I said, this was 48 hours of my life, and I banged it out. And like I said, I've sold over 600. It might be more than that by now because it continues to sell, even though I'm not. That video ended up getting 2 points on my million views, but that was 6 months ago. And that book's still selling. So,
Yep.
highly, highly recommend. You know, just going as simple as possible, giving as much information as possible. I'm obviously a designer, so my book may look a little bit more, you know, extra because I did do this one from scratch. But again, you can use the templates that Canva already offers, and you'll be good to go.
Yep.
You know, I love that. I love the fact that you can put together an ebook, and like, imagine just having an ebook that solely pays for housekeeper. Oh my gosh.
And that's how I think about stuff when I do another side hustle. Okay, because I'm side hustle queen. Like, I'm always looking for something. And I tell people this all the time. Every side hustle I have is not meant to make me rich. Like, I'm not looking to be rich. I mean, if it comes, I'll take it. But, you know,
Right. Every stream don't have to be a ripple. It could be a trickle. It could be.
Yeah, I got a stream that'll pay for my groceries every week. I got a stream over there that'll get my nails done. I got a stream over there that, you know, helps pay for my nanny and the housekeeper. I got a stream over there that keeps a car payment done. I got a stream over there that you know, that's how I like to think about things. And it doesn't have to be to the point where you're like, oh, I got to make, you know, I got a $20,000 a month goal. Everything I do has to make $20,000. No, that $50, don't sleep on that.
So Lorraine should make an ebook called how to pay your housekeeper.
I need a housekeeper.
Right. Seriously.
Akila says I need a housekeeper ebook. Somebody else said I need massage money.
I need massage money. But genuinely, that's a good way to think about it, because every ebook isn't going to make you rich, right? Like the big viral videos, those aren't the norm. Those can be an anomaly. But again, if you're selling 10 ebooks a day, $10, $10-15, that can definitely pay for gas, insurance. Like, assign a bill to your ebook and be like, this is the bill that this ebook pays for. And if that helps, because that can help with the dopamine as well. Again, just pushing it, having a reward at the end of it, that can help. I think that's just a good tactic in general to use.
But
and
you know what?
Keep you in perspective.
It doesn't have to be super viral either. Like the one that she did, 2 million views. Yeah, you want it to get as many views as possible. I have one that got like 14,000 views, 20,000 views, and made me $700 in a day from a $7 ebook. Okay.
Yeah. And what I want to add on to that, you don't have to work for it. You have to do no additional There's
Yeah.
no delivery. There's none of that, right? When you use automation, obviously. But you don't have to then get on a call with nobody. You don't have to deliver any assets
Look
or
at
any
Jessica.
deliverables. You already know I'm like, because I am over deliverables and all the things. But anyway,
Right.
especially the experience I just had. But it's really truthfully it's a game changer. It really is when you think of the ways that we can do this. And you got to think about it. Colleges and those folks have been doing this to us for a very, very long time. I don't know how many books I done had to buy for myself and my children that they've had, that they probably didn't get as much information that I've gotten out of some of these ebooks, right? They haven't retained it.
Another thing is do not sleep on prompt books.
And oh no, I get shush.
Girl, look at Jessica gatekeeping.
Oh yeah, you see those videos? I don't gatekeep. Guess what? I gatekeep. Okay, all day long because I'm just sorry. Some people don't need to know all the things. Okay, some things we need to keep internally in the organization of the folks that make the money. Okay. Yep. Everybody don't need to know everything. Y'all need to stop it now.
Oh man. But yeah, you can create books out of anything. But the key is, okay, we talked about the AI on the previous episode. If you do not watch that one that we posted about the Chat GPT, go back to it, okay? Because the key is to give your audience what they're asking for, okay? I've talked about this a lot of times in my years as a financial or revenue generating coach, okay? People always ask, what are the best products, or what should I make, or what should I develop? You need to develop what people ask you for. Stop creating things and then trying to find somebody to sell it to. Build the audience up, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be 1 million followers, 100,000 followers, 20,000 followers. Build a community and then focus on helping that community and ask them what it is that they need from you. What would make their life better? Okay.
Oh, I want to piggyback off of what she just said, because I personally have 220,000 followers on TikTok. I have only 10,000 followers on Facebook, but my Facebook audience carries me. Do you hear me? It carries me through the month. It helps me through capitalism every month. And that is because that is my core audience. Those are the people that know me well. You could have 500. We have overinflated numbers on social media, and we're just like, oh, we want 1 million people. If you had a store and 500 people walked into that store, you'd be over the moon. So if you only have 500 followers, but you have 500 ride or die followers that are following your content, that buy your stuff, engage with them, feed into that, because you'll be making more money than the person with 500,000 followers that doesn't know that doesn't have a connection with their audience, that doesn't know how to monetize, that doesn't have anything to sell. So it's not a numbers thing as much as it used to be back in the day, because now everyone is much more savvy. Like the average consumer is much more savvy. It's not just they're on social media, they have a big number, I'm gonna follow them. Now it's like, okay, what are you about? What's your background? Do you know what you're talking about? What's your credentials? I need to know. So yeah, if you have a small following, engage with that following. Don't spend so much time trying to make it huge as much as investing in that core audience, because they're gonna tell everybody else about you. They're gonna do the work for you. They're gonna go tell their mama and everybody else.
Exactly. Do we have any questions about anything that we've talked about tonight, or anything?
Elaine agrees that we have a secret society of gatekeepers that we're going to just gatekeep until the end of time. So
they a mess. They gatekeeping on YouTube Live, y'all. How we gonna do that?
I mean, I got ideas for days, y'all. Like when it comes to just solving a problem, it doesn't have to be in the ebook format. Like someone said, prompts cards, but heck, I had a teacher, she wanted to make additional income, and she ended up making addition and subtraction cards, but she made them with Black kids on them because she didn't have any available. She couldn't find any. And she ended up making those, and that ended up being a bestseller for her. And it was all digital. People printed it themselves. She didn't have to go, do anything, but the parents would print it off. And I think she was selling the, maybe, I don't know, like 20 cards or something that she made on it. And they were like $5, but she sold hundreds of them because, people wanted that. So any way that you can make something that it doesn't necessarily have to be an ebook form. Again, it could be card form, anything. As long as it's valuable, people pay for it.
Yeah,
even
no, digital
videos.
products.
Jessica,
Digital
did you see the invitation from TikTok to learn about the TikTok series, or any of y'all a part of that at all?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I
did.
was offered the TikTok series. I have to I have like a couple more thousand views I need to get so that I can be in the new creator fund. They finally offered it to me, but you gotta have 100,000 views. You have to have 100,000 views in a month.
Huh. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you do.
I'm in
If
the
you already have
creator.
100,000 views in a month, ma'am, you do
No.
that. You do that regularly.
No, Lorraine just thinks we all gather millions of
Right,
views like Lorraine.
No, ma'am. All of us don't post consistently.
I
like we
mean,
should.
hey, I left Facebook alone. Y'all know my struggles with Facebook. So I just been kind of chilling over there on TikTok for a little while. I've been dialing in on the video stuff. So the series, I'm interested. I think I'm going to be out of the country, but I definitely want to pay attention to what's going on with that series thing, because that's another piece that you can use to give this information. It doesn't always have to be in an ebook form. No, it does not. You can deliver information and like little short courses and stuff like that through that TikTok series. So I'm
Lorraine, can you
interested to
stop the
see how that.
share?
Yeah, I can stop the share.
I'm just thinking about format and look.
Oh, no problem. Awesome. So yeah, that is something that I definitely want to look into. But like Atia was saying, it doesn't always have to be an ebook form. It could be anything. It could be, I've sold quick Loom videos. I don't know if you know what Loom is, but Loom is a little app where you can screen share what you're doing, so if somebody says, hey, how do you do X, Y, and Z? And I just pop on Zoom while I'm already doing X, Y, Z, because I got to do it anyway, because I'm doing it for myself and record myself doing it, and then pop it up on a platform that I can sell it real quick, and then send the link out to my email list. Hey, you want to learn how to do da 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 da? Here's this video.
I have sold a schedule template. I'm talking about a singular sheet of paper. And it was literally a schedule that I created for myself because I suck at maintaining time. And I was posting it on my social media, and people were like, oh, I want one of those. And I just sold it for $1. But again, it was free money. I was making it for me. It wasn't even for anybody else, but it ended up, taking off. So it's literally just a page of schedule. I do schedule blocks of time as opposed to like, I color code blocks of time because again, I can't with the numbers. And other people related to that because it solved their problem as well.
Right.
Ergo money.
Well,
Right.
I've sold a Loom video to a corporation for $200. So I told you one, you can sell. It really is just about, like you said, solving the problem. But when you know the folks that you're solving the problem for need it immediately, as well as they got the money to pay for it, you price it differently, right? And you make sure, of course, it looks nice and all the things. But literally, I hosted it on Loom and was like, here you go. Right? So it doesn't have to be complicated.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be complicated. And also, again, if you can, the problem that you typically solve is either saving people money or making them some money. So like if your book makes them a lot of money, then you can charge more, right? If it's solving a more like say cultural problem, like your book is geared towards moms, breastfeeding or something like that. That doesn't necessarily solve a financial problem, but it's an emotional problem in someone's life. Those typically sell for a little bit less. But that's just a good way to gauge it. But business things that make people more money, you can charge them because they're like, okay, they look at it from a numbers perspective, while someone solving an emotional problem is looking at it from a place of, will this make my life easier?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, thank you for the breakdown.
Any questions?
Well, I would like to thank all of you for the information because I just created an ebook, and it's the first ebook that I've created for myself. I usually do it for other people, and I think it's got too much information in it, really, for one book. I think it's probably maybe 6 ebooks.
You're probably right. I'm not gonna lie. And again, because it's an ebook, inherently people tend to lessen the value of ebooks, as opposed, like if you put a thick book, a physical book in front of somebody, they'll be like, oh yeah, I'll pay $50 for that. But an ebook, that's something that's just one ebook, You could literally make it a bundle, put 6 ebooks in a bundle. And, that'll be $60 because it'll be 10 ebooks that are normally $15 a piece. Now they feel like they've gotten a deal. They feel encouraged. They're like, yes. But if you try to sell that one ebook for $60, they'll be like,
yeah,
what's
but
in this ebook?
it also goes back to what you're solving too, because I've seen some people sell ebooks for like $99, $199. It just depends on what type of problem that you're solving. What's in that ebook. I've also seen people sell like digital, like not ebooks, but like workbooks. Workbooks are a good thing too. I saw in Atia's book right there, it was kind of like a little mini workbook, like in a couple of pages in there. Don't just, like you said, don't just look at the ebooks or whatever, those workbooks, especially those of us who use, iPads and got the pens and stuff, because I like to physically write things, but I don't like paper. I hate paper. My ADD does not allow me to manage a lot of paper. So that's a good thing, a digital workbook as well.
Yep.
Any other questions? Akila said she loves workbooks to make.
Akila did say, I think it's my business account. There was another question I saw too. And
I had a question.
there you go. Yep. Michelle.
So I am speaking at a conference with my B2C customers present on Saturday. And I have a webinar replay that I'm going to use as a lead magnet to get them to sign up for that. Is a upsell then just to have the ebook available to them to purchase later?
You would have the workbook connected to the webinar. So whatever the webinar is on, you need to create a workbook that connects to that. So it's like you get the, yep. So yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's my Glasscliff content. So so I have one for the employer side, which I posted on LinkedIn. And then I have one for the women, and I'm going to talk to a room full of them from Xerox this weekend.
Okay.
Yes. And then also look at ways that you can get with Xerox to create some type of ebook that specifically speaks to their people.
Okay.
So pitch that to them while you're there.
Right. Also, when you're there in public, one of the things I like to do is bring the digital into the physical whenever possible. Have you something that has your QR code so people can immediately purchase your ebook if they're in front of you. So they're like, oh, I love your concept. Oh, here you can buy it. They can scan and buy it, and then immediately take them to the place where they can purchase your ebook. Have it next to your sign-in sheet. Have it literally anywhere, because people buy it in person as well. That's just something to keep in mind.
Okay. And I want to talk to you offline too, because I'm thinking for you should do a game. I just saw a game online where this woman was doing like no, but listen, right? It's literally a piece of paper laminated, but she added dice and added like little things, and then she goes around and she does the game. So if you want her to come and do the game, she charges one price. If you want just the game, it's a different price, right? So I'm just giving you
spitballing
for a piece of paper that's laminated.
Right.
$200.
Jessica, I love the faces
You don't have no sense.
I grew up in the 90s. Like, oh, I'm so amazed by everything. I'm like, really? That's what she did? Oh my gosh.
Like, this is how people are making a living. Yes, this is how people are making a whole living out here. Any other questions? Somebody said, but the webinar is free. Can use the workbook to upsell. Yep. Or slides. I stopped doing slide decks a long time ago. I cannot stand doing slides. So after I do like
AI that does them well.
Yeah, there is. That's number one. So, but after I would do my classes, what I would do is I would go to my virtual assistant and I would say, hey, I did this class or whatever last night. I want you to go behind the class and put together a slide deck. Might take a couple of hours. I pay her 10, 15, maybe $1 an hour or whatever. So for investment from my end on $30, which I already made $1,000 on the class that I did and charged sheets for, now I can make additional revenue from something that I didn't do. I let her put it together and then I offered it to the people who attended so that they could have notes instead of trying to sit there and take notes or whatever. And like Atia said, there is AI that does that as well. We'll walk you through that sometime as well too. But
Okay.
there's pretty much AI for like everything now. Okay. I was on Midjourney before we went live. If you don't know what Midjourney is, that's for like design and stuff like that. So we talked about Chat GPT. Next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how we sell this stuff. We got the text from Chat GPT. We whittled all the way down to our audience. We listened to them. We gave them what they wanted, or we typed it up. We came to Canva. We designed it, or we hired somebody to design it. Now, well, we got on Fiverr and we hired somebody to design it, because that's an option as well too. If you have questions about that, let me know.
And I also have templates. So I am in the process of creating ebook templates because I'm getting so many people from that video. So if you want ebook templates, go ahead and holler at your girl, because they're already done for you. All you got to do is log into Canva and put your information in.
Right. We'll just put a link to some of them in the description of the video. So if you're looking for templates, we've got a few of them. We'll put the links to those in the
in our Zoom backgrounds, if you would like to purchase. Because you're doing a lot of Zoom classes or webinars. If you have StreamYard, you can get this background. You can also get Lorraine, where you at? You can get Lorraine's background as well. So that link will be in the description as well.
Right. So what we'll be doing next week, teaching y'all how do we set it up to sell it. And we don't want to, no, we're not going to do the whole thing where somebody DMs you and then you got to go to your files and then you got to create an email and then you got to put the link in there, because let me tell you what's going to happen. Okay. You're going to be like Atia one day and you're going to get a video that has 2.5 million views. And out of that, you're going to have 3,000 people who want to buy your ebook, and they're all going to want it now.
Right now. Yes.
They're going to want it.
And they will message you. Don't let them send the money and then not get that link within 5 seconds. You're getting an email.
Oh, you're going to be trashed in the streets. That's what you're going to be. You're going to get more than email. You're going to get canceled.
Shame.
You'll be canceled.
Right. No, right. You can't do it. You got to have it out immediately.
Right. So how do we set it up? I know I do it one way. Tia does another way. Miss Jessica does a whole different way. So next week we'll get on here and we'll just show you some ways that you can set these up so that you can sell these ebooks, and you can do it hands-free. Okay. Because it's not sleep coins. If you got to wake up out of your sleep every time, send email. That's not a sleep coin. That's a doing coin. I had to use my hands to do something. Okay. We like making money while we sleep. We like making money while we're traveling. We like making money while we're taking care of our kids and doing all the things that we got to do around the house and all that other stuff. Okay. So that'll be next week. Any other closing statements, either Jessica or Atia?
If you guys want to join the Gatekeeping Society, hit your girl up on Instagram. John Speaks Digital. We gatekeep over here. We don't share internally.
What about call to actions in your ebook? Depending on the action that you're calling them to. Yeah. If you can use an upsell to make more money, definitely. You see at the bottom of my ebook, I have follow, donate, because I didn't realize that people wanted to donate to me.
Yeah.
Lorraine, can you pull that up again real quick?
That was a foreign concept to me, that people would want to just donate and not buy something. I assumed everybody would want to buy something, but no, people really do sometimes just want to donate. So, but you see that at the bottom, if they want to review, follow, donate, and click on it.
Yeah, put your Cash App.
Listen.
Yeah,
I put
mm-hmm.
Yep, it goes immediately to I think it's like my PayPal or something. But yeah, yep, surely.
If you do one-on-ones, put a link out there. If you have a consultation link, hey, you can book me. She said that earlier, book me. Definitely put your social media handles in there. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube, those types of things. Subscribe, send me an email, reply back, let me know, what it is that you need. Because don't forget that audience feedback, like she said, the reviews and stuff like that. That's a good way to figure out what product I need to come up with next. If you got people sending you an email or leaving the same review over and over and over again, hey, I saw this, but now I need that. Now you got content.
To piggyback off of what Lorraine just said, social proof is going to be one of your biggest tools. If you have other people reading, even if you send them your ebook to them for free, now everybody else will have to know that. But if you had 10 people that you sent the ebook to for free, and they rant and rave about it and they post links, it's just a simple fact that people know other people like it. That social proof is good as gold. It's like that word of mouth. Like, for instance, people talk about, oh, you have to have all of this branding, you have to do all of this. My biggest thing is make money first. Do what you have to do to put the content out there as quickly as possible. That's quality and solves a problem. But like I said, you're going to hire the plumber that your next door neighbor hired, and they say did a great job. You don't care about the plumber with the fancy billboards down the street. You're going to hire the guy that worked on your next door neighbor's house because they said it was good.
Right.
So ergo, people are going to be the same when it comes to content. They find if they know that their friend used whatever product you had and it worked for them, they are way more likely to purchase. So yeah, use reviews to your benefit whenever possible.
And you made me think about something that I meant to do a long time ago. Put one on YouTube. If you got a bunch of screenshots of things of, people giving you good reviews, leaving you DMs, sending you text messages, video reviews that you might have gotten from your clients, as you've been working with them and stuff, string all them together in one long thing on YouTube. And instead of having to put like a whole few pages of just review after review after review or review, say, hey, take a look at my reviews, and with the link to the YouTube, not only are you showing them that you have social proof, but if you monetize on YouTube, you're driving traffic to another YouTube video. Okay.
Right. There's levels to it.
I quit.
Right. We done.
All right. Somebody said, thank y'all. I gotta run. Yes, we all gotta run. So thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back another time again next week. Well, no, the week after next, we're going to be back and we're going to be talking about how to set this up so that y'all can start making money in your sleep. Okay. Have a good one. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, one more thing. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you all next week.